Okay, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you give me I hear you in the chat if you can hear me? Okay, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you give me I hear you in the chat if you can hear me? Okay, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you give me I hear you in the chat if you can hear me? Okay, everyone.
Okay, I
can
don't
you hear me?
understand why this is playing back for me.
Can you give me All right, you still hear me? Okay. Good. I hope so. All right, well, let's say hello to everybody. Hello, David. Hello, Echo. Hello, Jay. Hello, Egrich. Hello, the Nautical Menace. Hello, Thane. So, oh, good. Everyone can hear me. Yay. Hello, Alpha Buck. Hello, Ty. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. I'm very excited that also Easter is coming up, so it's a nice time to spend with family. So I hope that you all are going to have a great weekend. I hope you have something planned. Thank you. Thank you for Frank. Thank you for the birthday wishes. So, what I want to know today is, I'm having my birthday this month, and so we've, obviously have some fun, nice plans that we do for my birthday. And then we have Easter coming up. So we're going to have a nice, just little quiet dinner with the family. And we'll probably have some ham and maybe a little bit of turkey. And I think Katori is going to make some sort of blueberry cake or something. So that should be yummy. So I'm just curious, what do you all do for Easter? Tell me in the chat. And hello, Edward. Hello, Rudy. I'm glad you can make it. Hope you all have something fun to do this weekend, or at least are going to spend some time with family. Or maybe some of you don't even celebrate Easter. I don't know. All right, so how many of you in the chat celebrate Easter? And yes, Egrich, I don't know. She found some recipe for a homemade blueberry cake with some kind of homemade frosting, and that's what she is going to make. I was just going to have like a pumpkin pie, but I guess she wanted something different. And hello, Jay. And we do mess with ham. We do. I don't know, when I was growing up, we used to always have ham on Easter, and then we would have like turkey on Thanksgiving. But Roy doesn't really like ham, so I buy like a Jennie-O frozen turkey breast. So we cook both the ham and the turkey breast so that he gets his turkey. I love blueberry anything, Alpha Buck. I mean, blueberries, blueberries are delicious. Hello, Dabman77. And you know what, Nautical Menace? You know what? If you can just doze around, kudos to you. I wish I could just doze around. I always joke that I'm like a pinball machine and I'm constantly being bounced around from place to place, doing this for Kiwi, doing this for Roy, doing this for Katori, doing this for myself, doing this for the house, doing this for the pets. I am always pinballed around everywhere. Oh, you have to take care of your mom's dog, Thane? Oh no, I'm sorry your dog is ill. Well, I hope he gets better. You should ask me to put him on the prayer list. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, 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 Thane. Boy, that's sort of a tongue twister to say. We definitely can put your dog on the prayer list next week for sure. And I will pray for him starting today. Or her. I don't know if it's a him or her, but I will pray. It's always fun. Little kids always have so much fun on Easter. I love like the Easter egg hunts and such. It's so much fun. Thank you, Dabman77. David, you have to change your vacation plans? Why? Jay said his last Easter with family before he leaves. Yes, so that will be fun. You should make it a great one. Oh, and Egritch is going to have some cousins over, so that's nice. And good, Rudy. Yes, you know, the whole reason for Easter is about Jesus' resurrection from the dead, right? So today is Good Friday, and I don't know about the rest of you, but as a Catholic, we don't eat meat, and we also don't eat between meals. So we sort of do like a fasting, and we give up meat on Fridays in Lent just as a sacrifice, since Jesus sacrificed himself for us, and then we also give something else up as well. And so today, Good Friday, is the day that Jesus gets crucified, right? And then Easter, he will rise from the dead, and that's why we celebrate. That's why we celebrate on Sunday, is because of his resurrection. Like the Jewish people, their Sabbath is usually on Saturday, but for the Christians, we started celebrating on Sunday because that's when we celebrate his resurrection. Ooh, Thai Marshall, blueberry pie. That does sound yummy. That sounds very yummy. You know what I used to do, Alpha Buck, with my ham when I was younger? And actually, I should say I still do it sometimes as an adult if I have chips around. But when I was a kid and like I would have a ham sandwich for lunch, I would like to put potato chips on the ham sandwich with mustard. And I ate it like that with the chips and the ham and the mustard on the sandwich. It's delicious. Oh, well, yeah, Egritch. Strawberries are good as well. Oh, like a fresh strawberry pie. Oh, with like a bunch of whipped cream. That sounds delicious. I am always on the go. And hello, piggies. Oh, hello, piggies. I'm so glad you could make it. Thank you for wishing me a happy birthday, piggies. Thank you so much. So, David, you're going transcontinental. Well, have fun on that trip. That sounds like a lot of fun. I've I've visited in Canada. Um I've been to Niagara Falls, and I've been to Toronto, and I've been to Windsor. But that's it. I would really like to visit Quebec or Quebec. I don't know how that's really pronounced, since I have some French ancestry, and my aunt and my cousin went there before. And I would like to bring the kids to see the Niagara Falls because I've never seen it. Um, it's just now with after 9/11, we all have to have passports now to pass over the border, or a passport card, and we don't have that. So it's just something extra you got to do before you can go there. I know, Ty. You keep poor Ty. He keeps getting almost hit by cars when he's walking. I don't know what's going on in that town of yours, Ty, but these people need to look out. Oh, well, Alpha Buck, it's never too late to start again. You said you used to celebrate Lent and Easter more when you were a kid. Well, what's stopping you from doing it now? You can start it back up again. I think it would be good for you. Ooh, a 25-hour drive, Jay. Oh, I hate long drives in the car. Mm. So I'm just curious. Yeah, I'd be curious to find out what you think of Ohio once you come here, since you were living in Arizona. Like I have, like my dad's cousin moved from Columbus, or moved from the Toledo area, so moved from Ohio to Arizona, and he likes it much better over there. So that'll be interesting to see what you think when you finally come here. Yeah, Alpha Buck, those chips on that ham sandwich are delicious. That's all I have to say. They are really delicious. Oh, I didn't know there was a Quebec Winter Carnival. That sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. I wonder, I'm going to have to look that up now because that would be interesting. Like, we really have not gone on vacation in the winter, probably because mainly it's always so cold and snowy here, and also Christmas time. But It seems like whenever we've gone on vacations, either been spring, summer, or fall, but never in the winter. So that would be interesting to look at a Quebec winter carnival. I'm interested now. Oh, so you saw Niagara Falls from the New York side, Echo? I saw it from the Canada side, which I hear is prettier than seeing it from the New York side. But I'm sure it still looked. I mean, it's still awesome either way. I'm sure. I'm totally sure. Oh, you're gonna make something, Rudy, for my video game? Huh. Well, definitely show it to me. You can always send me a picture of it on Twitter. DM it to me. And oh, I will pray for you. Be careful with that because I know sometimes that epoxy resin can be toxic. So be sure you're using that in a well ventilated area. And hello there, Ragnarok. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. Oh, Ty, you're out in the countryside. That is too bad. Ooh, piggies, they have a gigantic ice palace. Well, now I really need to look into this. I definitely need to look into that. Ty, if you're asking me if I have been to Philly, Pennsylvania, I have not. I have not. But someday I would like to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania, and I think you all know why. You know that I'm a chocoholic. So, I don't know if any of you have any of you ever been to Hershey, Pennsylvania, to the Hershey like amusement park. I'm curious about that because I don't know anybody who's ever been there. I don't know anyone who's been there, so it'd be nice to hear from somebody who has been there. Like, is it worth the trip? I don't know. Alpha Buck said, I grew up Catholic and my family had a falling out with the church when I was around 13 or 14. Oh my goodness. What in the world happened that you had a falling out with the church? I mean, maybe you don't want to put that in chat, which is fine. But oh, I'm sorry that happened. I really am. That's too bad. And the thing is, I don't know if any of you ever saw the television series called You, Me, and the Apocalypse. It starred oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank. Hold on. I gotta do this. I gotta look this up. Why can't I think of his name? Rob Lowe. So it starred Rob Lowe. He was a priest in there. And then Jenna Fisher, the one who plays Pam from The Office, she also played in it. And he played the priest in there. And there was a scene in there where a guy was jumping off of a building. He was going to kill himself. And Rob Lowe as the priest came out and was talking to him. And this guy had some kind of qualm with the church. And I like how he said something like, you have to remember that the church is made up of people. And that group of people is not God. So you can't be mad at God about it. So the point is, don't walk away from your religion. Don't walk away from your relationship with God. You can just, either find a new church or just ignore the people at the church who are giving you the problem, because you're not there for the people, right? You're there for your relationship with God. So I'm sorry they had a falling out. It may just be that particular priest or that particular church, or maybe it is the actual whole religion. I don't know, but I hope that doesn't deter you from keeping up with having that relationship with God. Oh, absolutely, Jay. Yes. 2 things for sure. Number 1, the tornado warnings. I hope that wherever you are, there's a basement for you to go to. If not, you have to go into an interior room without windows, but the basement is definitely safer. And you said the food. Yeah, well, here in the Toledo area, we have a lot of Mexican restaurants. I don't know if it's because we're so close to the Michigan border, which like up in the Adrian area on that, and in the Luna Pier area, there's a lot of Mexicans, and then there's also a lot of farmland, so they come here and work on the farms, like they migrant workers and stuff. But there's still Mexican food here in Ohio. So maybe you'll find a nice, there's some Mexican restaurants that are actually authentic that you might be able to find. But yeah, I just wonder what you're gonna think about, like the just the weather. The weather's what really I don't like. But um I'm not sure what you're talking. I don't. Maybe Echo. Maybe are you talking to somebody else? What about Carnival? Not Carnival. Huh. Um. Ragnarok says, "I only know the very strange memes that make up the state of Ohio, and now I have a distorted mental image. And there are there are aliens and UFOs flying around the state. There aren't, but it's definitely. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't mind moving out of Ohio. Let's just put it that way. Um. Echo says he's been to Hershey several times and it's wonderful. Oh, I didn't know you lived in Pennsylvania, Echo. Well, good. Thank you for telling me. Now I need to we need to put that on our list of things to do so we can go visit Hershey, Pennsylvania. Oh, yeah, that happens. But like Alpha Buck, like you said, a new priest took over. When that happens, then there are so many churches within your vicinity. Just go to another one. You know, just go to another one. Don't let that stop you from keeping up that relationship and your closeness to God. Ty, I did know that the Liberty Bell was made of copper, and that's why it turned green. Yes. Oh, Rudy, you mean the Yumi and the Apocalypse? I loved that. We really loved that show. It was funny and yet exciting, and then like mysterious, and yeah, like there was like twists and turns, and the plot kept like, who are these people and how are they connected, and it was really good. And then after the first season, they did not renew it, which was really disappointing. Very disappointing. Oh, hello, Lee. I'm glad you could show up. I am so glad you could show up today. You are working so much, I didn't know if you'd be able to come, so I'm glad you came. Oh, well, I'm sorry that you had some problems, Ragnarok. But I hope that you can still, work on your relationship with God and stay close to Him. And hello, Wicked Penguin. Thank you for coming. Thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you so much. Oh, Jay, so you like the cold. Well, yeah, I mean, good gosh, I would not want 110 degrees either. So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, over the last few weeks in Ohio, we had like a day of 70 degrees, and then the next day it went down to 30. And then the next day we were back up to 50. And then the next day we were down at 27. And then like one morning I got up and went out in a winter coat, and then I had run some different places, and I come back out in my winter coat and I'm like, why am I so hot? And it was up to 60 degrees again. So it's just crazy. The weather in Ohio is just crazy. And if you're a kind of person who gets headaches with the change of barometric pressure or the change of temperatures like we are, like springtime is the time and fall time is the time where we tend to get a lot of headaches because of that. Oh, hello, Iron. I'm glad you made it. We were talking about, just talking about Ohio versus Arizona, and then we were talking about Hershey, Pennsylvania, where the Hershey Park is. And we were also talking a little bit about Canada and the Niagara Falls. Thank you, Lee. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yeah, I don't know I'd ever have a reason to go to Philadelphia. I suppose I do know it has a lot of like history and stuff, so maybe people visit that because of the history. But I just really wanted to go to the Hershey Park because of the chocolate. Oh, so Rudy, since you're from Texas, you're saying that it is crazy, but you still live there. Because you can take the boys out of Texas, but you can't take Texas out of the boy. Okay, well, I get it. I get it. I get it. I mean, Ohio is an okay place to live. It's a comfortable place to live. It's not like super expensive like if you were living in California. So I mean, I've been content here all these years. But now that my kids are getting older, like, and if they are gonna move places, like, I wouldn't mind leaving Ohio. I wouldn't. Oh, hello, Smee. I didn't know you were gonna be here. I know Iron said something about you playing video games. So thank you, Smee, for coming. I'm so glad you're here. Massachusetts, Wicked Penguin said he would not recommend Massachusetts outside of visiting. Okay, I wonder why. You want to elaborate on that? I'm just wondering. Oh, wait, what? Wait, where was I? Echo said Philadelphia is home of the oldest ice cream ship. Like, there's a ship that sells ice cream? You'll have to elaborate on that too. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, as far as California goes, I mean, I'm sure it's a wonderful place being on the coast and everything, but it's so expensive. And thank you for the birthday wishes, Iron, and thank you for the birthday wishes, Smee, and happy Easter to you too. Ragnarok says, what is the most commemorative dish of your state? Huh. Well, I don't really know that Ohio has a commemorative dish of their state, but I will tell you one thing. It's like overrun with Chick-fil-A's. And the Chick-fil-A's always seem to have a big long line, and like nobody can get enough of Chick-fil-A, which, let me tell you, I don't need to go there. I mean, I think people think that it's a healthy food because it's made in peanut oil and it has pickles on it. I don't know. It's still fried. It's still fried chicken and it's still French fries. So I just don't know what the craziness is of Chick-fil-A. I just really don't. I'm sorry you're tired, Lee, and I'm sure it has been a long week for you. I hope you can have some time to rest and relax. And oh, hello, Christian Rivera. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday. Thank you so much. Iron Pinema asked thoughts on North Carolina. I never can remember this, and please forgive me. Please forgive me. So I've been to I know Myrtle Beach is South Carolina, right? But I've also been to Hilton Head. Is Hilton Head in North Carolina or South Carolina? I can't remember. If Hilton Head is in South Carolina, then I've never been to North Carolina, so I don't have a thought on it. So I've never been there. Although you say that it's bipolar in your area too, so yeah, it's probably similar to Ohio except for the fact that you have a coast. Alpha said, I did have my issues with God for a while, but with having better mental health and not gonna lie, meeting you, my thoughts on God have changed for the better, and I would just want to be a good person. Aww. I'm glad, Alpha Buck. I'm glad that meeting me has helped you bring your thoughts back to God. I'm glad. God loves you. God loves all of us. You have to remember that, this world is full of good people and bad people. And this world is also, besides having God and Jesus, there is the devil at work and his demons. So don't let the bad things turn you away from God. Those are the times you should turn to God even more. Let's see. Echo says, reasons to go to Philadelphia. The Birds during football season get to watch the Bengals get smashed a bunch. Oh, I'll tell you one thing. Birds are really chirping around here. Oh my gosh, they are so loud. They wake me up in the morning. Spring is a comin'. Oh, thank you for joining us, Just Me Noah. Happy birthday, Mama Tori. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday. Thank you. Mass is very expensive. What do you mean by that, Alpha Buck? Oh, Echo, it's an ice cream shop. Cool. Well, hey, I would like to go to any ice cream shop. And if it's a ship, Or you were was that a typo? Was it not the largest ice cream ship? It's the largest ice cream shop. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Let's see. Lee says, "Don't come in West Virginia. Ain't worth it." Okay, well, you know what though, Lee, I think I disagree with that. Like, I went to West Virginia back when I was in college, and we went whitewater rafting. I would never do it again because my friend fell off the raft in the raging water and got sucked underneath. And when she was when she resurfaced, she had the look of death on her face, and she was white as a ghost. And it took us a while to get her out of the water, but I really did like the nature and the wilderness that was there. So I don't know. I liked West Virginia when I was in it. So Piggy said, "I wish it would snow more here." It has been. When it does snow in Ohio, we've had like giant blizzards, but then we've also had barely nothing. And it seems like the last few Christmases, we've had barely nothing. So yeah, I wish it would at least snow at Christmas. I just want snow at Christmas. I don't need it any other time. Maybe just like the week before and the week after Christmas. And then I'm good. So, oh, Massachusetts traffic is nuts. Well, I've never been there, but I do know Florida traffic is nuts. And California traffic is terrible. You're barely moving. So, Ohio isn't too bad, except for the fact that we seem to always have construction. So, yeah. Iron Piedmont says Carolina barbecue style. Oh, Carolina style barbecue. Sorry, I read that wrong. Oh, Jay, so you have two other people coming with you? I'm leaving home. I will be alone with two others that are coming with me. Well, at least you have two others that will know you. And I don't I guess I shouldn't speak for other people, but being native with long hair and tattoos, I mean, that sounds like a fourth of the people I see here in Ohio. So I don't think you need to worry about that. People in Ohio tend to have, all different kinds of hair, long hair, short hair, bald. And some of them have one tattoo, no tattoos, a whole bunch of tattoos. So I think you're going to blend right in. I think you will blend right in. Just Me Noah said, "Can't even afford houses or apartments in California." I looked at that because, Kiwi is in film. And so, obviously Hollywood is in California. And so, yeah, we were looking into that. It is crazy how much houses and apartments cost in California. I mean, it's nuts. It's like, I don't even know how anyone can live there. Seriously, I don't know how anyone can stay living there. I totally am floored by the prices that they're charging just to rent like a 1-bedroom apartment or to get like a 3-bedroom house. I don't know how anyone can afford that. Piggy said his state's food is salmon cooked on a certain kind of wood. Ooh, that sounds yummy. That is yummy. Oh, chili. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Jay. You're right. So in Cincinnati, there is a amusement park called Kings Island. I think it's still called Kings Island unless they changed the name of it. And they have this chili there called Skyline Chili that they put cinnamon in it. And it sounds sort of weird, but it tastes really good. And they'll make like a chili mac with it. So they put the chili over like spaghetti noodles. No spaghetti sauce, just the chili sauce, and it's really good. It really is. I forgot about that. Wicked Penguin said clam chowder, baked beans, peanut butter, and fluff. What the heck is that? What is fluff? I don't know what that is. And you're right, Echo. I mean, Chick-fil-A does taste good, but like it seems to always like have a lineup out its parking lot. Like I just don't see, like it just seems like everybody's eating there every day. I don't get it. Oh yeah, Hilton Head is in South Carolina. Yeah, so I've never been to North Carolina then. Never have been there. Yeah, Lee. Yeah, Ohio. Ohio's surrounded by 5 states, and West Virginia is one of them. And so is Pennsylvania. And so, yeah, I'm sure you have the same kooky weather. And let's see, Kennywood. I never heard of Kennywood. Oh, I see. Alpha Buck. Mass equals Massachusetts. Oh my gosh. It's been a long day for me. That's all I can say. Rudy, you have an addiction to Philly cheesesteak. That is good. Fried onion rings. Oh, that is good too. Fries. They are good, but not good for you. So be careful. Does Ed and Eddie take place in West Virginia? I didn't know if it did. Huh. If it did, I did not know that. That's interesting. You had some thunderstorms this afternoon, Ty. We had some a few days ago. Oh, Smee is just lurking. He's just lurking because he's doing stuff on the side. What is that guy doing? He's video gaming? Which is fine. Ragnarok says, Mama Tori enjoying the landscape during the college. Her friend fighting for her life. Yeah. I'll tell you what, that's what it was. You know, I'm just enjoying this white water rafting and she just gets sucked under. She falls off the raft and gets sucked under. It was so scary. I wouldn't do it again. Not when the river is raging like it was. Definitely not. Ekrich says, do not go to California. Well, I don't know whether I will ever go there, but I think Kiwi sort of has to go there if she... Well, I guess she doesn't have to. There are other places that do film and stuff like that, but I know that is one of the places she's looking at. Oh, Piggies, it's expensive where you are too, up above Cali. What is it? What is it with that West Coast? Why are things so expensive? I don't know. Oh, hi, Ethan. I'm so glad you could make it. No worry that you're late. Oh, you're watching Katori's audio she just posted. Well, that's nice. I'm glad you're supporting her. Thank you for listening to it. And that's okay that you're late. We've been talking about a lot of things, about my birthday, about Easter and God, and then we were talking about different states and things about them that we like and things about them we don't like. Piggy said chili mac is a classic. I ate it many times as a kid. Yeah, chili mac is good. Is really good. Oh, Wicked Penguin marshmallow fluff. Okay. Oh, so you eat like peanut butter with the fluff? Like, do you make a sandwich out of that, Wicked Penguin? I've never done that. Yeah, I know that. I didn't know it was called fluff, the marshmallow spread. I didn't know that. I mean, I guess if you called it marshmallow fluff, I would know, but I didn't know it was just called fluff by itself. What do you mean, Ragnarok? You said, don't you have a vacation in the United States today? I don't understand that question. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is loved by its customers, Lee. It really is. And Echo, Philly cheesesteak is wonderful. I haven't had a Philly cheesesteak in a long time, like years. Like, it's been a long time. Like, I forgot it even existed. But it is good. Jay said, I know I'm going to miss my fry bread down here unless you all got that up there. But anyway, I'm going to head out. Okay, see you later. And as you heard me say fry bread, we do not have fry bread in Ohio. So I don't know what that is. If you're still here, maybe you can tell us what that is. Ethan said, go to the southwestern region of North Carolina at the Smoky Mountains. Oh, it's very scenic over there. You know what? Like, isn't the Smoky Mountains also in Tennessee? So, like, does the Smoky Mountains go from Tennessee to North Carolina? Because I have been to the Smoky Mountains before as a kid, but I thought that was in Tennessee. So maybe it spans a couple different states. That's another place I think that would be nice to bring the kids to, Smoky Mountains. They've never seen that because I went there as a kid. Oh, Smee is gaming with you, Iron. That's what I thought you said before. Oh, Ty, the thunderstorm set off the car alarm. Oh. Huh. Oh, the elites live there. Yeah, it is. I just think California is just way too expensive. Piggy said, I think because it's on the coast and people want to be close to the beach, also close to Cali, so it's proximity, sure. But you know what? I've been to the beach like in South Carolina. I've been to the beach in Florida. I've been to the beach out in the Caribbean on a cruise before. And I've been to the beach in California. And of all the beaches, California is my least favorite. I mean, it was cold. It was choppy. I didn't see any nice shells. Like, I love Florida, like, especially on the Gulf side. Oh, there was a dingle jingle. Hold on a second. Let me check this. Oh, maybe I have to refresh this. Hold on a second. Ah, it's from Thane. Thank you, Thane. You know, Thane, thank you. This is the second birthday Ko-fi you have sent me. Thane sent me one earlier in March. So thank you, Thane. He said, happy birthday again. So thank you, Thane. Thank you for the Ko-fi donation. I appreciate it. I'll go and buy myself maybe some chocolate. Or maybe something. I don't know. I'll buy myself a little something. And I will remember that it was from you, Thane. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Oh, I was talking about the beaches. Yeah, like I like the beach in California or Florida on the Gulf side, because it's warm. It's not so choppy. You can get some really good shelling, and you can see a lot of wildlife. Like you'll see sand dollars and sea urchins and crabs and dolphins and sometimes sharks and you know, pelicans and penguins and manatees. Um, I don't know. I really like the I like the Florida beach better than the California beach for sure. Okay, Rudy, have a fun night. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday, and you can show me your projects in the future. Sounds good. Okay, Ragnar says, I mean, this week is Holy Week, and here in Latin America and Spain, they are holidays. Oh, okay. So, yeah, you know, I do find this interesting because, like I've talked to a few people from the channel, and like in their country, Holy Week is a big thing. Like they actually were off of school, like off of college, even though they've only already had like their spring break. Like this was a time to be off. Where here, like even for Kiwi, like they had school all week, Monday through Friday. And even though this is like, you know, even though it's Good Friday today here in Ohio, that doesn't stop businesses from working at all. Post office are open, banks are open, grocery stores are open, you know, doctors are open, you know, so it's you know, separation of church and state here in America, right? So you have fried bread in your English breakfast, Ty. So what does that mean by fried bread? Like, I lost my place, darn it. Like, yeah, what does it mean by fried bread? Like, is the bread actually like put in some oil and fried? Echo said the moment someone puts green peppers on anything other than onions, it's no longer a cheesesteak, it becomes a steak hoagie. I did not know that. Interesting. Artfulback said Ohio and Massachusetts taxes are ridiculous. This right the state that fought a war on high taxes find constant reasons to raise taxes. Yeah, I hate taxes. Ugh. Just Me Noah said some of the most expensive houses here in California that are within an hour from me are $1 to $2 million. Yeah, it's crazy. I've saw like in the LA area, because again, you know, because Kiwi being in film, like, you know, like a 3 bedroom house, like doesn't have a basement or anything, you know. So the square footage is much smaller than what you see here in Ohio, and they were $1 to $2 million. Those houses there that are like a 1 to 2 bedroom houses for that price, you could probably buy here in Ohio for, I don't know, 50 to 100,000 for a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom. That's crazy. It's just crazy. So, Ethan said, as far as he knows, the Smoky Mountains go from North Carolina to Tennessee. Interesting. Okay. Well, good luck with that, Rudy. Good luck with your resin. And I can't wait to see it. Piggy said, not everyone wants to swim in the water. Plus, I got used to it, just the look of the beach. True. I don't know, like, I don't swim in the water when I go to the beach. I walk in the water when I'm looking at the wildlife or looking for shells. And I have rode the wave runners in the water, you know, sort of like jet skis. Though that's fun. And then I have also went on what is that called when you're on the boat and they hook you up to that parasailing. I went parasailing too, and that was really nice to just go over the calm water and be up there and just be flying over the water like that. It's really cool. It's been years since I did it, before I had kids, but it was fun. Let's see. Oh, Wicked Penguin said I would recommend Maine's beaches. They are beautiful. I've never been to Maine, never been in the New England states before. It's someplace that would be nice to go, though. You got a mission in Ohio, Lee? Like, thank you again, Thane. I see you said you are welcome. Thank you. Jay said it's just fried bread. Put dough in grease and fry it. Goes great with beans, red chili. Can make an Apache burger with it, or can put powdered sugar on it with honey. Ooh, that sounds yummy. All right, thank you. Thank you, Jay. Hope you have a great day. Oh, hello, Cyberman. You've showed up. Thank you. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday. Dang it, I lost my place again. Oh. You went body surfing, Piggy? So that's interesting. On a cold beach? See, I would not like that. I like warm water. I like warm water that's peaceful and warm. And then Ethan did say the Smoky Mountains are North Carolina and Tennessee. So, okay, now I know. I did not know that. Let's see. Oh, you're working on some Easter fan art, Cyberman? Oh, I can't wait to see that. Yeah, yeah, Florida is just, to me, much more, I like it better than California. And hello, Atlas. Oh, you showed up. I'm so glad you showed up, Atlas. I hope you're not overworking yourself. I'm glad to see you. Kiwi's doing fine. Roy is still recuperating from his surgery. His incisions are still hurting him a bit, but he's doing okay. Ah, Ethan was a former Floridian, so he likes that we like Florida's beaches. Let's see. Well, right, Ragnarok. No, yeah, you shouldn't really have any parties, but you're right. Like it is a day to commemorate the death of Jesus today on Good Friday. Yes. Well, gosh, I hope people don't take it as an excuse to get drunk. I mean, there should be no parties going on regarding Good Friday. It's not a party at all. If anything, you should be reflecting on the fact that Jesus died for your sins, and you should be sad that he had to go through all that suffering. So yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, your rent went up for that's like almost doubling, Alpha Buck. That's interesting. That's terrible. Everything has gone up. You can't buy anything anymore, you know? You can't buy anything anymore. Yeah, it's nice having a basement, you know. In Ohio, definitely when there's a tornado warning, definitely nice having a basement. But you're right, you can keep your stuff down there. In our case, we tend to come down here for our streams. That way, it's quiet and you're away from everybody else. Echo said, best chance for making it in film is staying as far from Hollywood as possible. The ball is in the indie court now. Oh, like you mean like the independent filmmakers? But the problem is, like, where would you go to be a part of that, to get into that whole independent stuff? I guess you just probably, I guess now with internet, there's networking, you could probably find jobs that way. I would assume in the indie market. Yeah, inflation is terrible. Just even going to the grocery store, I can't stand it. Thane says, I'm like Anakin Skywalker. I don't like sand. I don't mind the sand as long as it... Okay, this is funny. You're all going to laugh at me. Ready? I'm going to give you guys a great laugh. Okay? Ready for this great laugh? Everybody who's left the stream already, they're missing a really funny thing. So, when we went to Florida last year, we took a drive to a beach. And it's the beach that's over... Cocoa Beach, I think it is. It's over there by the... is that where the space station is? I don't know. Not space station. It's Cape Canaveral and that kind of stuff over there. Anyway, we're on the beach, and the water was so nice and warm, and I was just tired of walking, so I just sat down in the sand, right? I just sat down in the water where the water is, had my feet in there, and just let the small little waves just sort of come up over me, come up over me. Oh, it was just relaxing. I just just chilling out, just looking at the blue sky and just relaxing. And I get up, and the sand. Okay, so like I don't know, you're all guys in this chat right now. So like I don't know about guys bathing suits. It seems like guys bathing suits are all like netting or some kind of like mesh that has some pretty big holes in it on the inside. But for ladies, you have this like little this sewn in what would you call it? Like a lining down there near the area where you sit down on. And I don't know how, but somehow the sand got through the little teeny, like microscopic looking holes in this lining. Because the lining is sort of almost like nylon, like almost like a pantyhose type of a thing, okay? Somehow the sand got through those tiny holes, but I couldn't get them back out. So when I stood up, my bathing suit hung like I had had an accident in my pants, in my bathing suit. Okay, so this isn't like shorts. This is like a woman's bathing suit, and the sand is just hanging there like a rock. So I will never sit in the sand again and let the water just flow over me, because somehow that water pushes the sand into that lining and it doesn't want to come out. It was terrible. So I hope you all get a really big kick out of that, because it was funny for the kids. The kids thought it was really funny. But it was not funny for me, because I did not want to walk around. I had to walk very quickly over to my towel and wrap my towel around me. So yeah, as far as prices go, like Smee said, back in the day you could get $2 for a cheeseburger. Like when I was young, I remember my mom us pulling up to the gas station and her asking for $1 worth of gas. Like that doesn't even get you half a gallon now. It doesn't even probably give you a quarter of a gallon, depending on where you are. And you're right, piggies. Don't jinx me, piggies. It is nice having a basement until a flood. You're right. Right. But that's why here in Ohio, we have sump pumps in the basement. But you're right. When that sump pump goes out, it's a disaster if you're not on top of it. So basements are illegal in California. Really? Is that true, Echo? Like, that's true? Like, why are they illegal? Like, is it because of like the what do you call that? What do you call that? The earthquake. Is it because of earthquakes? Like, does that will that make your house be less stable or something? Like, why are they illegal? I'm just curious. Well, right, Echo. You are your own studio, but like if you were a person who doesn't have the money to have your own independent studio to create your own movie, and you're just like, say, the gaffer or the grip, or you're the camera person, you have to find somebody so that you can work for, right? So you have to find a film you can work on. So Cocoa Beach sounds fancy, but it's not. It's just a regular beach. Nothing, nothing, found footage. That's funny. It's true. If it's true. If you like a certain thing and you want to tell a story about it, Wicked Penguin, you can just get out a camera, start filming, and boom. You can make documentaries yourself. You could, anybody could film. You just have to make sure you got the right kind of camera and the right kind of angle, and then, do it the right way. Echo said, I never want to go to another beach unless it's Okinawa, because I've been to the beach for more than a lot of time. Why Okinawa? Like, have you been there? Like, I've never been there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I see now your response to my bathing suit story. Oh my, yikes. Oh dearie me. Oh my word. Dios mío. Oh, yeah. Yes, that was, I would never want to do that again. Oh, hello, Jesus. I'm so glad you can join us. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday. And you're right, Cyberman. You know, I don't know. At least the crab could just pinch me and jump off, but that sand stuck around and just caused embarrassment, you know? Who doesn't like Texas, Ethan? I didn't say I didn't like Texas. You didn't like Texas, and I was a little offended. I never said I didn't like Texas. Where did you get that I said I didn't like Texas? I did not say that. I just said I like Florida. I've never been to Texas, so I don't know. I know Rudy had said something about Texas that I read from his chat, so maybe you were hearing me say something like that. It might have been when I was reading Rudy's statement. And yeah, state laws are weird, that's for sure. Let's see. Yeah, some people do use video games to make movies. That is true. No, piggies, I don't think so. But there is a beach that does have something uh, glow blue when certain algae are there, and only at certain times of the year. And I know Katori was very interested in that, but I don't remember where that was, and we did not go there because again, it's just like you never know if it's gonna actually do that or not do that. So. Atlas says Kiwi can use her family for free labor to make her movies. That's true, you know. Since she's in school for it, she has used us multiple times to make her student movies, and it's fun. And we enjoy it actually. So we actually enjoy it. Lee said in Cali, you're not allowed to drive while wearing a robe during the day. Is this one of these crazy laws that they have there? Cyberman says, I may live in Texas, but sometimes I live somewhere I can enjoy my home alone without a bad neighbor. You know, to me, it's like, as long as I'm with my family, I don't care where I'm living, as long as it's not a place that's going to suck me dry, like sounds like California will. So Lee said, there's also one over there where you are only allowed to snipe a whale from your car at like 2 p.m. or something like that. Oh my, you know, I just I don't understand some of these old time laws. Like where were these people like? I don't know. Were they crazy or what? Edward says every time someone mentions Cocoa Beach, the first thing I think of is I Dream of Jeannie. Yes, yes, I loved that show. I Dream of Jeannie. Master, what was his Master? Dang, I can't think of his name. She would always call him Master. Oh, thank you, Atlas. Oh, thank you for calling me the best girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate you giving me birthday wishes. Thank you so much. Let's see. Come to Texas, Mama Tori. Bring everyone. You know, there are so many places. With there being 50 states, you know, it's like, it's hard to have been able to visit all of them. You know, so it would be nice though. It would be nice. I know my nephew went to Texas. I think in the fall for something. He went there for. There's the biggest something. I don't know what, but he went there to visit it. I can't remember what it was now. Egret says, "Mind if I say something?" Well, the chat is free to say whatever you want, as long as you're not saying anything that is foul. Let's put it that way. Wicked Penguin says, defacing a milk carton is punishable by $10 fine in Massachusetts. That's interesting. Let's see. Huh. So, yeah, even Jesus was saying basements aren't allowed in California. That's probably why I've never seen one when we lived there. So, yeah, interesting. Echo said, Okinawa is cool. I know someone who visited. Oh, well, there you go. I do know Okinawa. I'm pretty sure Okinawa is one of the blue zones. I don't know if you all know what the blue zones are, but they're like areas across the globe where there's a high amount of Centaurians. So like there's a large amount of a percentage of people who live in their hundreds, and who not just live in their hundreds, but like in their 80s, 90s, and 100s, they're actually very active and healthy. And they are trying to figure out why those particular blue zones have people who are living that long and who are healthy. Like there's like, like a 90-year-old guy hopping on a horse and a 100-year-old woman chopping wood. If you haven't had the chance to see that, I think that there is a Blue Zones documentary or a special or something like that that was on Netflix before. I don't know if it still is, but there are books about the Blue Zones. You can look it up online too. But it's very interesting to see these places on the globe where people live healthily into really old age. Ragnarok says a family member of mine works making commercials or helping in the production of Chinese songs for video clips. Huh, interesting. Yeah, it all depends on what she I don't think she's too interested in commercials. She's more interested in the movies for some reason. I think there's just a little bit more creativity there. But you never know. You never know what she'll end up doing. Oh, Lee saw a whole video on all these weird laws. I can imagine. I can imagine. Oh, good gosh. In Greenland, it's illegal to have pet turtles? Well, then, oh my gosh, we would be illegal because we have pet turtles. Yeah, I would like to visit more states than I have so far. But just like, gosh, I'm always so busy. I just never have time to do anything. Oh, and I'm sorry, Ethan. I'm trying to read as much chat as possible with without being so behind because last time I tried to read everyone's chat, and when I did, I was only like a quarter through the chat when it was time to end. Oh, I see, Ethan. Yeah, I think I was reading Rudy's chat because he's from Texas and he said something about Texas, so I think I was reading that. Let's see back where I was. Wow, really, Echo? You visited quite a few of the lower 48s in a few weeks. Huh. Yeah, it really does come down to money and having the time, really. And I'm sure planning too. Well, let's see. 10 illegal things to do in London? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yeah, no basements in California. That's interesting. Okinawa was a U.S. territory? I did not know that. Huh. Well, you taught me something new today. Hello, Domino Cracker. I'm glad you could stop by and wish me happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of those laws are just quirky, you know? Oh, just me. Noah asked if I've ever watched Elf. Yes, I have. Alien Life Form. Elf. Yeah, you have the complete series. That was one funny show. I'm sure now when people look at it, they think, "What the heck?" But just because our movies and television shows, we have all this CGI and we've come a long way as far as even just makeup and stuff like that in Hollywood. So Elf is he's a character though, isn't he? He's very definitely quite a character. Egrich says my brother and his wife are having a child. However, they are mentally unwell. Oh my goodness, Egrich, I'm so sorry for that. Perhaps you should remind me. Yeah, that would be fearful. Remind me on Wednesday when I put the prayer request list out because I'm not on my normal computer that I put the prayer requests on. But if you'd like that to be a part of the prayer request, be sure to remind me on Wednesday to put that on there. I pray that they get some help, and if they can't get enough help to help their mental situation, hopefully you and or your parents can help out with that niece and nephew that will I'm sure that that would be necessary if they don't get the right help that they need. So sure, we can try to pray for them, but just remind me to put that on the prayer request list if you are okay with that. Yeah, I wish I had time to just do a road trip, Lee. I wish there was just time. There's always something to do. Always something to do, or always something going on. Some kind of problem that we just can't get away from. It just seems like it's always like that. What? Atlas, is that true? Right now, in Oregon, it's illegal to pump your own gas? When I was younger, nobody pumped their own gas. You drove up and a guy came and asked you how much gas you wanted and he pumped it for you. You never got out of your car. So, that's interesting. Yeah, I hope you can, do something to help your your nieces and nephews, Egrich. Um, let's see. My brother keeps spitting these schizo theories of how we're trying to kidnap her or take her away. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, again, just all you can do is try to help and pray. Try to help and pray. I'm glad. I'm glad you're trying. I'm glad your mom is trying. Just don't give up. Don't give up. I don't remember how the Elf television series ended. I don't remember. So, let's see. What's another topic we can all chat about? Anybody got a topic? Another funny moment with Katori as a toddler that made me laugh? Hmm. I already told you about when you said another funny moment, so I must have told you some funny moment. I don't remember what I told you. Um, but she was real cute when she was little, and she would blow out her birthday candles, and then she would wave her hands, and she'd say pew 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 pew, because there's all the smoke from the candles. She'd wave her hands, and then she wanted to do it again, so we'd light the candles again and sing her happy birthday again, and she'd blow them out again. Like that would go over like I don't know 3 or 4 times. It was funny. It was cute. Oh, you're right. Alf did get caught by the government. Uh-huh. I do remember that now. I do remember. But I think even though he was caught by the government, I think he was able to escape. I think the family helped him to escape. It's been such a long time I don't remember. But oh, Alpha Buck, I have not watched that yet. I really need to watch that. But see, we used to have Netflix and we don't have it right now. I think it's on Netflix, right? Um, so yeah, I do want to watch it. I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So, oh, hello, Gas Hog. Hello, Eli. How are you doing? Thank you for showing up. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday. You say, I just stopping by while on break. I'm getting closer to graduation. Also, I've got my motorcycle permit and have been having so much fun. I guess you are. Be sure you're wearing that helmet. Make sure you're driving safely. Don't drive recklessly. So you can have fun, but don't break a leg. Let's see. Cyberman said, I remember that and the time when she was mad for being called Miss. I think that's a typo on your end. Yeah, she was mad when she got called Mija because my ex-husband's parents are Mexican and American, and they call all little kids Mija and Mijo. And she yelled at my mother-in-law and said, "My name is not Mija." Yeah, she couldn't stand it anymore. She didn't like being called Mija. Yeah, that was funny. Oh yeah, that is on Netflix, Alpha Buck. Yeah, we got to get Netflix back because I would like to see it. I really would. Oh, season 2 is gonna bring in Toph. That'll be interesting. Um, I really do. I really do like. I like the animation of the Last Airbender, and I'm willing to give the live action a chance. I really am. I'm willing to give it a chance. So I wish streams could be like not just you all hearing me, but I wish I could hear you. I could have had you all sing me happy birthday. Let's see here. Oh, you're back, Ethan? I didn't even know you had walked away. There's so much chat going on. It's hard to tell. Yes, I did read the chat you mentioned earlier. Elf scared you, Atlas? Well, he's not, you know, he's a no nonsense kind of alien, right? Like he speaks his mind, you know what I mean? So I could sort of see how he scared you a little bit. I could see that. Yeah, you know, really Toph is your second favorite character, Alphabuck? I'd have to really think about it because I do like Toph. But you know, I like so many of the characters in there. I really do like so many of the characters in there. I mean, I don't think there's a character in there from the animation one. I don't think there's a character in there that I don't like. I think I like them all. Chat is fast for me, Thane. They really are. I'm trying to keep up. Okay, Gas Hog. I'm glad you always wear your helmet. Okay. All right, good. I'm glad you can't go that fast. I'm glad. I kill me. Yeah. Yeah, he used to say that. I forgot that. Alf used to say that. Just me, Noah. I forgot that. He used to say that. Yeah, yeah, you can just look at him like a Muppet, like Gonzo. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that the live action of the Avatar has been pretty accurate so far. So I can't, I now I gotta remember to watch that. If anything, I'll try to be sure to watch it over the summertime. Oh, I forgot that Alf eats cats. I totally forgot about that. Ragnar said it would be like a Zoom meeting. Just be careful and ask your kids for help to avoid trolls on the call. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, Katori is going to make sure I'm doing things in the safest way possible, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Ty said Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 movie got great reviews. That sounds a little creepy to me. Why do we have Winnie the Pooh with blood? Ethan said Iroh is my favorite in Avatar. Rip Mako, his original voice. Yeah, like I said, there's not a character I don't like. And actually, not just in Avatar the Last Airbender, but also in The Legend of Korra. I mean, Korra, she's a little stubborn, and sometimes it might take a while to like really understand her character, but I really liked both of those animated series. I really did. Wiccan Penguin said, "Who is my favorite anti-villain?" Okay, I guess you have to explain that to me. I know what a villain is. What is an anti-villain? Iron, you don't trust Netflix? You mean just with them making this live action movie? Is that what you mean? And Lee said episode 5 and 6 are definitely the best, especially for Zuko and Iroh. Yeah, I mean, I love Zuko and Iroh together, in the animation one. So if I can't wait to see this then. I really would like to see how they do it. Yeah, Ethan, I don't know why they turned Winnie the Pooh into a horror series. People are willing to do anything. What do you mean Katori is always watching, Cyberman? She's not watching. She just tells me how I should do things so that I make sure I, stay safe and don't have trolls. Okay, Gas Hog, get back to work. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I know. Winnie the Pooh is public domain now. Yeah, it's just terrible what they did to him. Oh, Mork and Mindy. Just me, Noah. I loved that. That's where Robin Williams. Well, Robin Williams, there's a lot of spin-offs from Happy Days. I don't know how many of you know what Happy Days is with Fonzie and stuff like that, but Happy Days had a lot of spin-offs come from it, and Mork and Mindy is one of them because Mork was an alien that came to see Fonzie in Happy Days. And then there was like some girlfriends that Fonzie had named Laverne and Shirley, and then they had a spin-off. And then I'm trying to think what else spinned off from Happy Days. Oh, Joni Loves Chachi spinned off from Happy Days. There's a lot of spin-offs from Happy Days. But I loved Mork and Mindy. Nanu Nanu. Right? Atlas says, I loved Blood and Honey too. Tigger was my favorite. He just loves killing people in the most horrific ways. And Bambi is becoming a zombie deer. What? Okay. I'm sorry, Atlas. I don't know how you could love that. I'm sorry. I don't know how you can love that. Wicked Penguin said, an anti-villain is a character who has heroic personality traits or goals, but is ultimately the bad guy in the story. Okay. All right. If this, I don't know if this counts, but I don't know if you've ever watched Once Upon a Time, which is an ABC series, like a live action series. In that Once Upon a Time, there was the guy who played Rumpelstiltskin, and he was a villain. So he was he changes throughout the story. So he's sort of wimpy at first and he's just a regular guy, but then he sort of turns villainy, but then at the end, so I don't know, this maybe I'm going opposite here, because like this guy, he starts out just being normal but sort of turns into a villain, but then he does have a heroic personality at the end. So I don't know if that's really just a villain turned good versus an anti-villain. So I don't know. I can't think of any other ones other than Rumpelstiltskin from Once Upon a Time. So Ragnarok asked me, what was it like for me to participate in a beauty pageant? Do they do talent shows? Do they sing? What's the experience like? Okay, so the beauty pageants I was in were the local pageants for the Miss America pageant. So if you've ever watched the Miss America pageant on TV, then you sort of know what I had to go through. So there was the bathing suit, which I think they've now stopped, right? They have, I think, taken the bathing suits out. But there was a bathing suit portion of the pageant. There was the evening gown portion of the pageant. There was the talent portion of the pageant, and there was a it's which happens behind the scenes and no one sees it happen. But there is an interview where all of the judges sit on the panel in a room and they just start throwing questions at you, like about current events, and just they just sort of grill you with questions. So it was very tiring. um, it took me away from some of my studies in school because I was in college at the time. And quite frankly, I got an F on one of my exams because I was at the rehearsal for the pageant for like 3 nights in a row and I couldn't study for my biochemistry exam. And so I got an F. And then, of course, I got you know, the teacher called me up after class and wanted to talk to me and said, you got an F. How do you think you're going to pass this class? And I told him that, I was at the pageant rehearsals and I didn't study, but I will study really hard for the next one. And I did. I studied every waking moment I had, studied when I ate in the cafeteria, studied any moment I had. And you want to know what? I got an A on the next biochemistry exam. So guess what? The teacher called me after class again. And he said, "Did you cheat?" And I said, "How dare you?" And he said, "How in the world do you go from getting an F on the first exam to getting an A on the second exam?" And I said, "That's what studying does." So, yeah, when you don't study, you're likely to get an F. And when you study every waking moment and really put your all into it, you can get an A. But as far as the pageant itself, it was fun. It was exciting. It was a whirlwind because you are, as soon as you get off, you do like the opening number and you're in one outfit and you run backstage and then you have somebody there to help you and they have to rip off all your clothes and help you put everything back on, and now you're out there for the next thing. So you go straight from the bathing suit to evening gown to the next. You have like the opening number, and then there's a number in the middle half where everybody had to learn the all of the dance moves and everything. And so it was a very fun and exciting experience. It was very tiring, but it was very fun. Let's see. Ethan said, "If I'm honest, and this is going to offend everyone, they should never have made Korra when it comes to what Avatar is about, because it's Avatar all over again, but with a different person." Well, yeah, but I think that's the whole point, is that there's different avatars throughout time. So she's in a different time period than that avatar, and she actually gets helped by Aang's son. So let's see here. I lost where I was. As soon as I try to move the chat, I like move really fast and I get lost. Where was I? Let's see. Amos Slade from Fox and the Hound. boy, that's been such a long time since I've seen that, so I don't remember that. I guess I did. I guess I didn't really know much what an anti-villain was. Oh, hello, AJ. You just got home from work. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you stopping by for a few minutes. Thank you so much. Oh, you liked Happy Days, Iron? I did too. I love Fonzie, and I love him now too. I don't know if you ever watched the Better Late Than Never with Henry Winkler, who played Fonzie in Happy Days, and it's with George Foreman and what's that guy's name who played in the original Star Trek, who was the captain. Why can't I think of his name? He was in that show, but it's about these older guys who and also that guy who was he's a football guy. I can't think of all their names, but if you look it up, Better Late Than Never is a show about these older guys who are all like, movie stars or sports people, and they go and they travel around the world, and it's hilarious. You need to see it if you've never saw it. Let's see. Anti-villain is like Deadpool or Deathstrokes. They're people that don't align with villains or heroes. They kind of do their own thing like a mercenary. Huh. And you know what? I've never seen Deadpool, so... Happy Days is not a movie, Ethan. It is a television series from the 80s. It might have even started in the 70s. I'm not sure. Oh, hello, Telos. I'm so glad you showed up. You did manage to finally come to one of my streams. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's see. Oh, AJ, you have seen Happy Days? Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to watch. It's, set back in the 50s. It's fun. You watch Dora the Explorer to learn English, Ragnarok? That's funny. The Hunter from the Fox and the Hound. So that's an anti-villain? Interesting. I guess I really can't think of one. So, I guess I'll have to look more into it and try to think about it more. Atlas says, the creators of Blood and Honey created twisted childhood cinematic universe with movies like Bambi, The Reckoning, Peter Pan, Neverland Nightmare, and Pinocchio Unstrung. I don't know any of those. AJ said, Wicked Penguin, mainly just college classes and part-time work. Thankfully, I'm off this weekend. Oh, I'm glad you're off. And good luck on your history test. Yeah, well, Alpha Buck. The point is, here's the point. Alpha Buck, mentioned that they took the bathing suits out of the contests. The contestants sat in the sand and ruined the whole thing. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. But the thing that people don't realize is that the Miss America pageant is a scholarship pageant. So that's what got me into it. I saw the signs hanging up and I saw scholarship. So the Miss America pageant is a scholarship pageant. When you win money. If you win the local, you get to go to the state, and then the state go all the way up to, the National Miss America. But you do win money at each stage. So, yeah, yes, me. It sort of was a compliment when he thought I cheated. But you know what? Then you know what? There was a second time when I got called by a different teacher for cheating. My ex-husband and I, we were boyfriend and girlfriend in college, and we were both studying. We were both in the same class, and I'm like the bookworm. Okay, so I make what do you call those? Flashcards and stuff, and he didn't, so we had these definitions and stuff in the science class, and so I made the flashcards, and so we studied together on the flashcards that I drew up. So of course when we wrote out our definitions, they were word for word the same, because that's how we memorize them. And so who gets called to talk to the teacher after class? Does he? No, the girl gets called after class and asks me if I cheated on him. Off of him. And I'm like, no. And I'm the one who made the flashcards, and why didn't you ask him if he cheated? That really ticked me off. And I said, you know what? Go ahead, split us up across the room, put him on the total opposite end of the room next time, and you'll see we have the same definitions again, because we study off of the same flashcards. And sure enough, he saw that, and he never bothered me again. So, I'll tell you, these college teachers. The less you studied, the more you passed, Lee. Oh my gosh, not me. It needed to be the more I studied, or I could not pass. Wicked Penguin said, my dad was once accused of cheating until he showed the teacher his grade, D+. If I was cheating, I'm doing horribly. That's hilarious. That's funny. Oh, Ragnarok said something similar happened to him. Having a bad grade and then getting excellent grade and being accused of cheating. Yeah, what the heck? Like, you should be praising that person for doing the work and actually studying hard enough to do better. You know what I mean? That's just terrible. It infuriated me too. So I get it. And, William Shatner. Yes, that is correct. William Penguin. That is correct. Wicked Penguin and Iron Piedmont. Yes. William Shatner was in that show, and so was Terry Bradshaw. I remembered his name finally. I did not look it up. I remembered it on my own. So all of those guys, Henry Winkler, William Shatner, Terry Bradshaw, George Foreman. Was there another one? I think that was it. But you could look it up. It's called Better Late Than Never. I think it was 2 or 3 seasons. It was hilarious of them traveling around the world as older guys and just seeing their reactions to different things. Like, like they went and had to eat, like, I don't know, they were eating octopus or bugs, or, they were just going around to different places and doing things, and just seeing how they reacted to it was just hilarious. Oh, it just cracked me up. Andy Griffith. Okay. So Atlas mentioned the Andy Griffith show. That was before my time, but the Andy Griffith show, that's where Ron Howard got started out, right? He was the little kid in there. And then from there, he went on to Happy Days, and he was Richie Cunningham, right? And now he's a big time producer. He produced or directed or whatever. Let's see. The Grinch with Jim Carrey. And he also did the TV show Arrested Development. Let's see. Edward says Happy Days ran from 1974 to 1984, so it was 70s and 80s. Okay. Yeah, I'm just really not, like, I'm not a big Marvel person, so, like, I see, like, you guys are mentioning, I think Deadpool's Marvel, I don't know. And then somebody also mentioned Wolverine. Like, I've never seen those movies, so. Oh, 80s music is the best, AJ. 80s music is the best. But you're right. There's still some good music from the 60s through the 90s. It really is. It really is. So, oh, you guys are getting some buffering. I wonder if something's going on with my internet. Yes, you are right, Ethan. William Shatner played Captain Kirk, and Patrick Stewart played Captain Jean-Luc Picard. I loved, I wasn't a big Star Trek fan, the original, but I loved Star Trek The Next Generation. I loved it. I used to watch it all the time in college. Let's see here. I'm sorry you guys had gotten some lag. I was a biology major in college, AJ asked. So there you go. I am a science nerd. Just Me Noah said, I thought an anti-villain was just a villain that had heroic traits like having honor, respect, not hurt the innocent. Usually on the bad side because they've been misguided or tricked into doing so. Yeah, I have to look into that more, this anti-villain stuff. No one's ever asked me anything about that before I really mentioned anything. And I'm sorry it's buffering. Oh, you got accused of cheating in high school, Ty? Yeah, it's terrible when that happens. Just Noah said, had a history teacher accuse the whole class of cheating because you got the same answers on a multiple choice test. Well, that does sound a little fishy. But if the whole class got the exact same multiple choice answers right and wrong, but maybe the ones that they got wrong, maybe it's because the teacher didn't teach right. But if you all chose the same wrong answer, that would, I guess if I was a teacher, I'd be wondering that myself too, Lee said, no, antiheroes are more in the middle. Granted, it also depends on the character. Like Deadpool works with the heroes and never villains, but he kills a lot. Versus someone like Deathstroke, which I don't know those. Cyberman said, one time someone thought I had cheats for a mythology test, and she was fired because she did it on purpose. Well, that's interesting. Oh, let's see. Oh, oh, so was Andy Griffin supposed to be set in North Carolina, Iron Piedmont? I've seen it a few times. I've never really watched it like much. I've seen it, and I've seen like Don Knotts, the guy who was like his like the sheriff guy or whatever. So I've seen it on and off, but I've not really watched the show, very, like in its entirety. Let's see. I'm so sorry it's buffering. And quite frankly, I'm probably going to get off here shortly. I've had a really long day. I worked this morning. I got up early, went to work, worked for like 5 hours straight, and then ran to the store, ran to the post office, helped Kiwi practice some driving, scarfed down some dinner, and hopped on this stream. So we'll probably wrap it up here anyway, since it's buffering. And I appreciate all of you who came to wish me a happy birthday and to just chat with me this evening. And I guess anyone who's at Katori's stream tomorrow night, you will get to say hello to me again at the end of her stream tomorrow as well. So before we go, is there anything anybody wanted to say in the chat? Although it might even be buffering bad on my side, because there we go. There's a few chats that popped in. But I do hope that you all have a wonderful Easter weekend, and that if you are Christian, take some time out to thank Jesus for, taking all of your sins on his shoulder and dying for you and giving you forgiveness. So I hope you all have a great Easter weekend. And for those of you who will be at Katori's stream tomorrow night, I will see you then. And I don't know if it's buffering for me too, because I'm not getting a lot of chat coming in. But oh, just me, Noah, you're a biology major as well. Well, good. I hope you enjoy it. I love science, and I love biology. I love the study of the human body, or any body. You know what I mean? Like animals' bodies, human bodies. Even just like microbiology, right? And looking at things like the cells under the microscope and stuff like that. So I really I'm a science nerd for sure. I'm a science nerd. Atlas said, my first experience with Star Trek was the first movie, and I thought it was so boring that I never watched another Star Trek thing for the next 6 years. Yeah, I think the original Star Trek is very boring for me. And if you all like it, I don't mean anything by it at all, because we all have our own tastes. But I don't know. I really liked Star Trek The Next Generation. That was good. So I really liked that. Why did you say dang it, Mama Torre Lee? I'm just curious. Did I say what? Are you saying dang it because I'm ending? Oh, you guys were kicked? No wonder why I was getting no chat. I was wondering why the chat was just silent for a while. I was like, why am I getting no one chatting? Because I said that we were going to wrap up since everything was buffering and all, and I'm very tired from working this morning and being busy all day long. I am getting quite tired and starting to get maybe a little tiny bit of a headache. So I think I'm going to wrap it up, and we'll see you all tomorrow at the end of Katori's stream. And if you didn't hear me, because it seems like a lot of you got kicked out, I hope you all have a great Easter weekend, and that you do take some time to thank Jesus for dying for you, for those of you who are Christian. And Gomer Pyle was funny. Wicked Penguin, I never really watched it a lot, but I did see some episodes because my dad used to watch it, so it was funny. Oh, you guys want me to stay? Oh, thank you, Atlas. That's nice that you want me to stay. But I really have had a really long day, so but I'll try to have a chat. Oh, did I get kicked? Did I get kicked? What just happened here? What is going on with this computer? There we go. No, I'm still here. What is going on? Okay. There we go. My parents used to watch MASH, but I don't know. I think I was I was too young at the time to like appreciate it, so I never really liked it. You know, I think it was more of an adult show. Um, so anyway, so I am going to be ending the stream. I feel bad for Cyberman says he has a Kofi coming. Okay, I will wait. I will wait. I will wait for your Kofi. Oh, there it is. A dingle jingle. I just heard it. Let me find it. Why am I having trouble with Kofi? Here we go. Here we go. Cyberman said, well, Mama Tori, the story of Rumpelstiltskin is my favorite because he resembles a theory of mine that in primordial rules a entity cannot lie or cheat, or they must either be punished or die, for they must stay pure. And in his case, he had the right to not tell his name, so he was fun. Yeah, I as far as Rumpelstiltskin was my favorite. Rumpelstiltskin was my favorite character, from that Once Upon a Time. He was definitely my favorite character. He you know, he was not only Rumpelstiltskin in the show, but he was also the Beast, really, from Beauty and the Beast. And then he was also like his dad was Peter Pan, right? Like it was so like that show just had so many twists and turns to it, that I really enjoyed watching it. It was a lot of fun. I there were some seasons that got a little crazy and off the wall, like especially when they got Cruella de Vil in there, and the what's that lady from they started getting the Frozen characters in there and stuff. I think that went a little crazy. But before that happened, I really liked it. Lemon cake or red velvet? Lemon. I like lemon cake. Thank you everybody for the for coming to my birthday stream, and thank you everyone for your little nice little happy birthdays you're telling me here at the end, and wishing me a happy Easter. I appreciate you all coming tonight and spending some time with me. I really enjoyed it, and like I said, I'll try to do another stream. You know, summer's coming, so I'll have a little bit more free time. So as long as we aren't, you know, having a lot of medical stuff going on around here, which we seem to always do, but you know, I try to. I'll try to, you know, take some time out just to have fun, because I do enjoy spending time with you guys and talking with you. So. Oh, no biology for you, Lee. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you like Earth and planets and such? That's fine. That's fine. You know, I like all kinds of science, but biology really, you know, since we all have our own body, it's, to me, it's very, I like having that knowledge. You know how they say knowledge is power, right? Well, you have your own body there. So if you can understand biology, then you can try to understand yourself, and like maybe the symptoms you're having or the symptoms your family is having and stuff. So I like that. Oh, Egrich, you're majoring in game engineering. Cool. So that's something Roy would like, because he wants to like make programming for like video games and stuff. So, well, good night, Atlas. Thank you everyone for coming to the stream. Good night, Egrich. I'm glad you all had a fun and chill time. Good night, Wicked Penguin. Good night, Thane. Good night, Cyberman. Good night, Ragnarok. Good night, Ethan. I know, Cyberman. I know you wish I would stay, but like I said, I got up early and went to work, and I'm just getting tired. Thank you, Nautical Menace. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Good night, Lee. Good night, Edward. Good night, David. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I'd like to say good night to everybody. Good night, Just Me Noah.